shake. Yeah.
Seconds, everybody. Honored guests, please make your way into the ballroom. Our program will begin now. Please welcome to the stage former city councillor and MLA for Delta North, Scott Hamilton, and former Delta school trustee, Laura Dixon.
Wow. Okay, Laura, I'm going to leave this to you for a certain acknowledgement.
Welcome, everybody. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge that tonight we're on the traditional territory of the Tsawwassen, Musqueam, and the Hunkaminam speaking peoples who have been stewards of this land since time immemorial.
All right, thank you. I might need that. Well, good evening, everyone. This is an absolutely stunning crowd. Unbelievable. I had not even imagined that there'd be this many people here, even though I'd hoped. But, yeah, I mean, you're still filing in the doors. That's incredible. And if I'm going to also imagine a lot of you are on social media, and if you are, take a picture of this crowd and post it on your Facebook page, post it on your Instagram, because it's a huge statement to what this team is prepared to do for this community. I almost feel like we've turned back the clock in certain ways, and there's so many familiar faces. I see them all over there, over there. You've greeted me as I've walked in the door, and it's I've really been humbled by the faces that have remembered my face. There's a reason so many people from different backgrounds and different experiences and even different political teams over the years have come together tonight to support One Delta. It's because we believe that Delta's best days are still ahead of us. Laura?
And we believe strong communities and strong schools are built by people who step forward to serve, people who listen, people who care deeply about their neighbors, and people who put community ahead of themselves. That's why Scott and I are here tonight. I am proud to endorse One Delta's school board candidates because I believe this team has the leadership, the integrity, and the vision needed to support students, families, and public education in Delta.
And by the way, I should mention tonight, or today, was one of the first nice, sunny, warm days we've had, so you got me the way you got me here, folks. This is it. And retirement feels so good. But we're standing with One Delta because we believe that this team has the leadership, the integrity, and the vision that we need to move Delta forward. It's a team that they understand where Delta has been, but more importantly, they understand where Delta needs to go. So I'm proud to endorse One Delta's mayor and council candidates. It's a team that understands where Delta has been and where we're going to go next, as I mentioned before. So a team focused on strong communities and on infrastructure and planning ahead, on economic growth, on putting people before politics, most importantly. And what makes the team special is that they reflect every corner of Delta as well. Different backgrounds, different perspectives, different experiences, and different communities. But united by one shared belief, and that's that Delta is stronger when we work together. And I got somebody applaud. Well, thank you. So tonight it's an important part of One Delta's movement, and I'm pleased to be here. And it's we're building a real momentum, and your support matters. So please stop, and I'll stop you there. If you're feeling a little weighted down by a little too much coin in your pocket, we got a place where you can relieve yourself of some of that tension and some of that weight. So it's over in one of these corners, probably over this way. So if you feel so inclined, please take the time and help the team out, because your support is very important. That's the only way they're going to bring themselves across the finish line, is with your help. So tonight you're an important part of One Delta's movement, and it's building a real momentum. It truly is, and your support matters. So again, please help us out if you can going forward. It's going to make all the difference in the world. Thank you.
So together we're talking about bringing together leadership that delivers for Delta. And that includes strongly supporting the incredible school trustee team that you will be about to meet. As someone who served on the Delta School Board for 14 years, I can tell you this: our schools matter deeply to the future of this community. They matter deeply in each neighborhood. They are the heart of our neighborhoods. The people who are elected to the Board of Education help shape the next generation of leaders, workers, parents, and community builders. And the team standing with One Delta tonight brings an incredible mix of educational leadership, mental health expertise, business experience, advocacy, and community involvement.
Okay, now, Laura, I know there's a person in particular you want to introduce, and she's someone special to this team, and she's the person who's going to kick this off. So.
Thanks, Scott. That's absolutely true. Several years ago, I met with someone who told me that she wanted to help bring Delta closer together and strengthen connections across our community in her work with a Delta not-for-profit. We're all about the kids. We're talking school board, so that's great. When I met with her the first time, what I really saw was leadership. I saw someone who listens, someone who cares deeply about people, and someone willing to step forward to do the work. This former Delta student not only achieved her PhD in biochemistry and went on to work for 20 years as a research scientist, but she now works as a clinical counselor supporting local families and has stepped into the leadership of the Board of Education and serves as vice chair. Please join me in welcoming someone who has been One Delta from the very beginning, Dr. Amin Dylan.
First off, I'm sure my kids are silently over there going, hey, they missed one of my biggest job descriptions, which is shuttling around the family vehicle. All right, good evening, everyone. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Salam, and Eid Mubarak to our Muslim friends celebrating today. Thank you for being here tonight for One Delta's special announcement. It means a great deal to see so many people here who care about this community, our schools, the future we are building together, and I am so proud to be seeking a second term as school trustee, and this time, I'm choosing to be part of the One Delta team. Yeah, my background is unusual for this role, and I think that actually that has served me really well as I bring both evidence and empathy to my work. Prioritizing innovation, adaptability, and steady leadership through uncertainty. That is the standard I bring to the board table. Keep learning, keep improving, and never settle for less, especially when it comes to what our students deserve. Over the last term, I've had the privilege of serving alongside Val Windsor and Masako Gooch. Yeah, they deserve a lot of applause. Together, we have led with and stayed true to the values of transparency, openness, collaboration, honesty, and integrity. And we have consistently shown up at public budget meetings, all the way to those very difficult private conversations with families. We have built strong working relationships with CUPE, the Delta Teachers Association, district leadership, and community partners. Our colleagues will attest, we are not shy about saying what we stand for, but we also know how to listen. One meaningful example that stands out is bridging North Delta families and the board executive around sensitive school topics, creating space for direct dialogue, respectful questions, and making sure that they feel as included and equal as every other voice at the table. Delta is so highly diverse, with many immigrant families who are carrying real pressures. They deserve to be seen, heard, and respected as part of the full story of Delta. One Delta means no part of our city is treated as an afterthought. Thank you. And these values and that style of leadership is what brought Val, Masako, and me to the One Delta team. What I've come to know is that One Delta welcomes different perspectives, different backgrounds, and different lived experiences. But we are all unified by one goal, and that is seeing Delta students thrive and grow into people ready to contribute meaningfully to this community and its future. And tonight, it is my honor to introduce the One Delta candidates for school trustee. So first off, get ready. Her name precedes her. Please welcome Val Windsor. Val is seeking her 5th term as school trustee. Val brings 5 decades of service to public education in Delta, including her leadership as a former president of the Delta Teachers Association and former chair of the Delta Board of Education. Her experience, her steadiness, and deep commitment to students, staff, families, inclusive education, and strong academic foundations, always talking about academic foundations, continue to strengthen every table she sits at, and I can attest to that. Next, please welcome Masako Gooch. So Masako is seeking her 2nd term as school trustee. Masako brings a background in healthcare, education, grounding her work in care, practical problem solving, and a deep commitment to student well-being. And if you need her to dig into a policy to make sure we have all the details, she's your person. All right, so with that, next please welcome Jessie Bierman. Jessie is a municipal planner, recreation leader, and physical literacy expert focused on youth well-being, healthy communities, and public health. And through his work, has cultivated strong relationships, all too important, with TFN. All right, next, let's please welcome Gurinder Kalon. is a parent, transit professional, and grassroots community organizer with practical experience in transportation, logistics, operations, and construction management. What I've come to know is that Gurinder is committed to safe, supported schools, strong public confidence, and clearer pathways into skilled trades, all too important right now. And he's for apprenticeships, training, and future careers. All right, next, please welcome Serge Uppal. So with Serge, we have a business executive, investor, mentor, and youth coach with more than 25 years of senior experience. Serge brings strategic thinking, financial accountability, long-term planning, and a deep belief in helping young people build confidence, resilience, and leadership. And last, but please not least, please welcome Tamara Bissett Laza. Tamara is a lifelong Delta resident. Talk about skin in the game. Parent, community leader, and public education advocate. Through her work with CUPE and her volunteer leadership, Tamara brings a strong voice for students, families, frontline staff, safe and inclusive schools, mental health supports, transparency, and responsible financial stewardship. So as you can see, this is a deeply qualified team. 7 different paths, 1 shared commitment, serving Delta's children, families, and community with honesty, collaboration, and care. And that collaboration cannot stop at the school board table. Our schools do not exist in isolation. Decisions made at City Hall affect our classrooms, our families, our roads, our childcare spaces, our recreation opportunities, and the way students experience their community. And that is why One Delta is running candidates for school board, mayor, and council. Because better decisions are made for children and families when people are willing to work together across levels of government. And so, with that, it is my honor to introduce one of our One Delta candidates for council. He is seeking his 2nd term on Delta Council. Before that, he served as a school trustee, a graduate of Sauder School of Business at UBC, becoming a notary public in 2008, and now managing his practice here in Delta. He has called Delta home for more than 50 years, bringing a wealth of governance experience through his service on numerous boards, through helping establish the BC Notaries Association. His experience in governance, collaboration, and organizational leadership are exactly the kind of skills needed around the council table. Running with One Delta, he believes it's time for leadership that listens, focuses on fundamentals of local government, and offers a clear plan for the future. So without further ado, please give a very warm welcome to Daniel Boisvert.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Amin. Please give another round of applause for all of our One Delta School Board candidates. As a former school trustee myself, I can say with certainty, this is a tremendous group of leaders looking to deliver the best outcomes for our children. As Amin said, we know that students succeed when elected officials collaborate with one another, listen to one another, and put creating a stronger future at the forefront of our decision making. This is One Delta's commitment. We believe that when every generation is supported and heard, our community thrives together. We're excited to put forward a clear, collaborative plan for Delta's future. Now, before I go any further, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. This is an amazing crowd, and this is the start of something special. In a moment, I'm going to introduce our incredible team of council candidates, but before I do that, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge our party president, former councillor, Bruce McDonald. Bruce, thank you. Bruce has served 9 terms as a Delta councillor. He's been awarded the Freedom of Delta, and he has set the standard for what public service should be. The example Bruce set, independence, people before politics, and an unwavering commitment to making Delta better, is at the very heart of why we've built this One Delta team. Now, unfortunately, Bruce was unable to be here tonight, but I would like you to take a moment and give him a hand and acknowledge him for his great service. Thank you to former MLA Scott Hamilton and former School Board Chair Laura Dixon for your support and your introduction. And I also like to acknowledge, I believe Bryce Williams from Tawasin First Nation Executive is here. Thank you very much. We value our relationship with Tawasin First Nation. Now, thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the council candidates who, alongside me, are stepping forward to serve this community. Please welcome Rod Binder. An incumbent councillor and senior executive in sales and business management, Rod is seeking his 2nd term on council with the One Delta team. Financial operations lead, Jenner spent her first time on council offering a strong, consistent voice for the very important business community of Delta. Jennifer is seeking her 2nd term with the One Delta team to ensure the interests of all Delta's businesses continue to be heard at the council table, respected and reflected. She's running with One Delta because she thinks residents deserve to feel heard and wants to see a city hall that works collaboratively to deliver practical results for our community. Please welcome Pawan Joshi. As a lawyer and community sports leader, Pawan understands how vital recreation, sports infrastructure, and inclusive programming are to Delta's future. Pawan is running for council with the One Delta team because he believes it's time for a new approach and leadership at City Hall, one that listens, collaborates, and plans for the future. Now please welcome Sylvia Bishop. After topping the polls in 2014, Sylvia is running for council again, and this time with the One Delta team, because she believes this election presents an important opportunity to bring experienced, community-minded leadership to council. This is a team that is going to represent all of Delta. Now, I have sat at the council table, and I have watched how decisions get made and how they don't. I've seen what it looks like when leadership listens, and I've seen what it looks like when it doesn't. So when I tell you that Delta needs a change at the top, I'm not saying it as a critic from the outside. I'm saying it as someone who has been at the council table and watched it with my own eyes. Good governance should not be complicated. You listen, you work with the people around you, your colleagues, your community, your staff at City Hall, and by the way, we have the best staff. You make decisions in the open, and you treat people who elected you as partners, not obstacles. That's servant leadership, and that is what's been missing at City Hall. So when Dylan Kruger asked me about being the leader of One Delta, the answer wasn't difficult. For the past 4 years, I and other members of this team have worked closely with Dylan and have admired his leadership skills. He doesn't lead by controlling the room. He leads by lifting up, lifting everyone in it. He asks hard questions. He listens to the answers, and he builds consensus instead of just demanding compliance. I think we can all agree that's not a common skill in politics, It's probably a rare one. And it's exactly the skill Delta needs in its mayor. Look at who has come together tonight. Look at the breadth of this team, the depth of this team, the experience, the varied backgrounds, and their focused commitment to making Delta even better than the great city it already is. These people who have stayed on the side, these are people who could have stayed on the sidelines. These are people that could have stayed out of the fight. They have chosen not to because they love this city and the people who call it home. And that tells you a lot about their leader. It tells you a lot about Dylan. And in just a moment, you're going to hear from him. But first, please direct your attention to the screens for a short video.
This community shaped who I am. It's where I grew up. It's where I fell in love, and now where Katie and I are raising our family. There was never really a question about where we wanted to build our life. We wanted to raise our kids here in Delta, close to parks and playgrounds, in neighborhoods where people still know their neighbors. Being a dad is the most important part of my life. The swimming lessons, the bedtime stories. Those moments remind me every day what really matters. People are worried about the future, about keeping their neighborhoods safe, about parks and recreation amenities for our kids, about traffic and congestion, about whether families can still afford to build a life here. I understand those concerns because my family talks about them too. I believe Delta needs leadership that understands what families are actually going through right now. Leadership that thinks long term, not just about the next election, but about the next generation. This is an important moment for Delta. The decisions we make now are going to shape what this city looks like for years to come. And governing a city takes serious leadership.
We deserve the highway improvement project all the way from Richmond to White Rock that's been scrapped in favor of a tunnel that may not even be built.
The province keeps talking about we've hired hundreds of new healthcare workers across BC. Well, they're clearly not working in Delta.
It's crucial that we update provincial and federal approval processes and get to yes on job-creating, nation-building projects like this one right here in Delta.
It takes energy, vision, and a willingness to fight for the future of this community. I've spent my whole life believing in Delta, and now I'm ready to lead it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next mayor of Delta, Dylan Kruger.
Thank you so much. What a crowd. And what a team. Give it up for this incredible One Delta team behind me here. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every single person who's in this room with us tonight. All of us are here for one reason, because we care about Delta and the future of this great city. And that shared commitment is reflected in the people standing behind me. 13 individuals with integrity who are putting their names forward to serve and stand up for this community. You know, and here's one thing you might have noticed. These are very different people, each one coming from a different background and bringing unique skills and experiences to the table. That's why we formed One Delta, because we believe that this community, which is made up of 3 distinct communities, Ladner, Tawasin, and North Delta, is stronger when different types of people come together. We can do more working together. This is a team that believes in collaboration, and that belief in teamwork is what drives everything we stand for tonight. And I can tell you with complete confidence, this team has the integrity, the character, and experience needed to move our city forward together. But my friends, our city is at a crossroads. It's time to get back to basics, to focus on safe streets, strong infrastructure, responsible spending, and a city families can afford to call home. It's time to believe again in what Delta can become. It's time for one Delta. And that's why tonight, surrounded by this incredible team and backed by a community that still believes our best days are ahead of us, I am proud to announce my candidacy for Mayor of Delta. Many of us in this room have known each other for a long time, but some of us are meeting me for the very first time tonight. So let me take a moment to reintroduce myself. I've lived in Delta my whole life. I grew up in East Ladner, attending Holly Elementary School. Life in Delta growing up, and many people in the room will know exactly what I mean. It was all about street hockey, Slurpees, and riding your bikes around town until the streetlights came on. I cut my knees playing house league soccer on the old gravel turf at Cromie Park. I played football, very badly for the record, for the South Delta Rams with coaches who taught me more about character and integrity than they ever really did about the game. And I learned about servant leadership from my parents, Vince and Shannon, who are here with us tonight. They taught me that being part of a community means showing up for people, helping your neighbors, volunteering your time, and never being afraid to lend a hand when someone needs it. And those values are reinforced through my family, my community, my church, where service to others was something you do, not just something you talk about. Those lessons shaped how I approach public service today. When my incredible wife, Katie, and I were married, there was never a question about where we wanted to build our life together. We put down roots right here in Delta, and now our children are growing up on the same streets that shaped me. In 2018, I made the decision to put my name forward for public office, and I was honored to earn the trust of the people of Delta. I ran because I believed local government should reflect the people it serves: families, workers, small business owners, seniors, young people trying to build a future here. People who work hard, play by the rules, and simply want a city hall that listens to them and respects them. Because I've always believed that local government should work for everybody, not just those with power, money, or connections. And over the years, I've learned something important. Sometimes the most powerful voices in a community are the ones you least expect. A few years ago, a young girl came to council with a handwritten petition, probably 6 years old, asking for a safe crosswalk near her neighborhood park and school route. She wasn't a lobbyist. She wasn't politically connected. She was just a kid who was worried her brother might get hurt crossing the street. And she was right. And today, that crosswalk exists because one young person had the courage to speak up, and because local government works best when it listens to the people it serves. That's the kind of leadership I believe in. A city hall that's accessible, a city hall that listens, and a city hall that remembers its job is to serve the community, not the other way around. Those principles guided me at the start of this journey, and they remain at the core of why I'm running for mayor today. But after 8 years, not everyone can say the same thing. Over the last few years, it became clear to a majority of council that the current mayor had lost focus on the priorities of everyday residents. At the doors, at community events, and in conversations across Delta, we kept hearing the same thing. The mayor has become disconnected from the things that matter most. And the reality is, on the most important issues, we no longer knew where the mayor stood. And when we saw decisions and behavior moving City Hall away from the principles of transparency and collaboration, we spoke up, we challenged the status quo, and fought to bring the focus back to the people of Delta. Because public service is about serving others, not yourself. Taxpayer dollars are not a piggy bank for fancy international vacations, and public input is not an inconvenience to be tolerated. If we want to trust people to trust City Hall again, then residents need to feel like they have a real seat at the table. That's why this One Delta team will reinstate citizen committees. We will bring back the Heritage Commission. We'll bring back the Parks and Recreation Commission. And we will bring back the Advisory Design Panel. Because we believe we need more voices at the table, not less. And look, leadership isn't about always agreeing. It's about having the courage to stand up for what you believe is right. And that's exactly what this team has done for the last 2 years. But ultimately, there's a lot going on here. But ultimately, this campaign is not about the past. What matters now is how we move Delta forward, how we turn the promise of our community into progress we can see and feel. And it's about bringing City Hall back to a focus on core services, which also means having the vision and leadership needed to move the city forward. Now look, that means getting the basics right. Safe streets, reliable infrastructure, well-maintained parks and recreation facilities, responsible spending, public safety, and a city hall that listens to the people it serves. But it also means having a real vision for where Delta is going. And you know, that's the conversation the city hasn't been having, and it should be the conversation, the very first one we have every single morning. Delta is one of the most strategically positioned communities in Canada. Like, just look at the map. We sit at the mouth of the Fraser River. We're adjacent to the second busiest port, not in Canada, but on the continent. And we can do more to turn that advantage into investment, into employers, into good jobs for the people who live here. Delta does not have an economic development office. Now let that sink in. While other municipalities are actively recruiting employers and attracting investment, we aren't in the conversation, we aren't even in the room. But that changes on day one. As mayor, I will establish a dedicated economic development office, a team whose entire job is to attract investment to this city. We are a port city. We're a trade city. We're an opportunity city, and it's time we started acting like one. And this is why. Every dollar of new investment we attract is a dollar we're not asking our residents for. Every new employer we bring to Delta expands our tax base. Every job we create is a reason for a young person to stay, for a family to put down roots, for a senior to feel secure. And in the world of American tariffs and supply chain uncertainty, the communities that will come out ahead are the ones actively building their economic foundations today. That's how we raise funds for new community spaces without raising taxes on families already stretched thin. That's how we invest in our future without mortgaging it. Now, planning also means unlocking what we already have. Patterson Park has the potential to be one of the great gathering spaces in the Lower Mainland. For decades, it was a Pacers horse racing track. Any DSS crowds in the room? DSS Pacers. And for years, that's why. I never understood. For years, it sat empty. But then something incredible happened. The Barnside Harvest Festival. Isn't that? Who's been to the Barnside Harvest Festival? The emergence of Harvest Fest, led by Ken Mallenstein, John Donnelly, and the incredible Barnside team, reminded the community that Patterson Park needs to be what it's always been, a destination entertainment space. And with the right investment, it becomes Delta's marquee event destination for concerts, festivals, markets, and celebrations, a space that makes residents proud and draws people to our city. We're going to unlock that potential. And folks, the success of places like Patterson Park reminds us that vibrant cities are built when local governments support people with creative ideas who are willing to invest in this community. Great cities don't happen by accident. They happen when local government is willing to work with people to make good ideas happen. As a councillor, I've worked with countless local business owners, organizers, and community leaders trying to do incredible things for Delta. Expanding restaurant patios, legalizing food trucks, permitting live music and community events, supporting our craft breweries by allowing for the responsible consumption of alcohol in public parks. And I've consistently pushed City Hall to say yes more often, reducing barriers, speeding up approvals, and supporting innovative ideas that make our community more vibrant and connected. Local government should not stand in the way of people trying to make our city better. It should help them succeed. We need a City Hall that asks, how can we make this happen, instead of looking for reasons to say no. That's how we'll build more vibrant, dynamic, and connected spaces in Delta. Now, getting the basics right also means being responsible with your money. We won't be asking residents to pay for reckless spending. Taxpayers deserve to know their money is being spent carefully, responsibly, and with clear priorities. But a city that works today has to be willing to plan for tomorrow, and that means having honest conversations, even hard ones. And look, I'll say this plainly. Infrastructure in this city has not kept up with the pace of growth over the last 25 years. Thank you. For too long, communities across Delta, and frankly, especially in North Delta, have been asked to accept growth without seeing the investment needed to support it. That has to change. It's time to build a new era of infrastructure building in the city of Delta. An era where City Hall starts planning ahead instead of playing catch up, and an era where we invest in the roads, recreation facilities, parks, and public spaces that a growing city actually needs. North Delta has waited too long for the investment it deserves, the infrastructure it needs, and the recognition that a community of that size should receive from its own government. And that's why I am proud to announce that a One Delta Council will fund and deliver a new full-service recreation center in North Delta. And that, my friends, is only the beginning. We'll invest in new sports courts, pickleball courts, playgrounds, community spaces that bring people together. We'll upgrade roads, sidewalks, transportation networks to alleviate traffic congestion, and we'll build a city that is ready not just for today, but for the next generation. And as our city grows, we also need to make sure the services that protect our community grow with it, which means supporting Delta's first responders, our firefighters and police officers, the people who show up every single day to keep our neighborhoods safe. A One Delta Council and School Board will stand behind our first responders and ensure they have the staffing, equipment, and support they need to serve our growing city. But building a stronger city is about investing in people, especially our young people. And strong communities start with strong partnerships, which is exactly why our council and school board teams will work together with our community partners to expand successful models like our youth hubs, ensuring more young people and families can access mental health supports, physical wellness programs, employment resources, and skills training right here in their own community. Because, my friends, at the end of the day, all of it, everything we do, the infrastructure, the budgets, the planning, it's all in service to one thing: supporting our kids and strengthening our future. And before I finish tonight, I want to thank my wife Katie for her love and support through all of this. Yes, let's give it for Katie. Thank you. Anyone involved in public life knows that serving your community takes a great deal of time and energy, and there is no way I could do any of this without her beside me. And every day, raising our two children, Sophia and James, here in Delta reminds me exactly what we're fighting for: a safe, strong, family-friendly community that the next generation will be proud to call home. My friends, I grew up here. I chose to stay here. Now Katie and I are raising our kids here. This city shaped me. Where's the Delta optimist? Scratch that one. This city shaped me. We'll see that on YouTube later. It shaped my understanding of community. And it taught me that when people come together, there is nothing Delta can't achieve. That's why I'm running for mayor, because I believe Delta's best days are still ahead of us. But only if we're willing to come together again as one city. Ladner, Tawasin, North Delta, 3 communities, 1 future. My friends, it's time. It's time to get back to basics. It's time for leadership that brings people together, and it's time to believe in what Delta can become. It's time to build that future together, and together we can do it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Don't stop thinking about
What an incredible night at our One Delta campaign launch, surrounded by hundreds of our supporters here in Delta. We've recruited 13 extremely talented individuals from diverse backgrounds and perspectives because we believe when you bring people from different backgrounds together, you get better decisions. We've got a plan to unite this community of North Delta, Ladner, and Tawasin under One Delta. We're going to build infrastructure. We're going to build a new recreation center. We're going to bring our city forward into the future. With your help, we can do it.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ। ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਟੀਮ ਵਨ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਟੀਮ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਲਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਡਿਲਨ ਕਰੂਗਰ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰਸ ਤੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਟਰਸਟੀ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਤਾਓ। ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਡਿਲਨ ਕਰੂਗਰ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੀ ਸੁਣਵਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈ, ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਲਈ ਫੇਅਰਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ। ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਰਿਕ੍ਰੀਏਸ਼ਨਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਉਹ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਹ ਬਣੇਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ 50% ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਬਾਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇਨਫਰਾਸਟ੍ਰਕਚਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ। ਘਰ ਤਾਂ ਬਣ ਗਏ ਪਰ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਹਾਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਲਾਅ ਐਂਡ ਆਰਡਰ ਦਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਹਾਲ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਵਨ ਡੈਲਟਾ, ਕੋਈ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੈ, ਲੈਡਰ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਵਾਸਨ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੈ। ਸਾਰੇ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਪਲੈਨਿੰਗ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਦੇ ਹੱਕ ਮਿਲਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਵਨ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੀ ਲਾਂਚ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਸੋ ਪਵਨ ਜੋਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਖੜੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਮੇਅਰ ਡਿਲਨ ਕਰੂਗਰ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਲਗਭਗ 1000 ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਰਸ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਕਾਮਨਾਵਾਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ, ਪਵਨ ਜੋਸ਼ੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਡਿਲਨ ਕਰੂਗਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਕਾਮਨਾਵਾਂ ਜੀ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਧਾਮੀ ਆ, ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 3 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਡਾਇਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਤੇ ਇਨਕਲੂਜਨ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰ ਕਰਦਾ। ਪੈਕ ਦੇ ਚੇਅਰ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਸਕੂਲ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਮੇਟੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਲੇਟ ਆਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਲਨ ਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੈਨੀਫਰ ਜੋਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਤੇ ਸੀ। ਆਪਾਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠਣ ਲਈ ਕਮਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਠੰਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ। ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਤੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਈਡੀਆ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਆ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਚਾਅ ਆ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਅਗਲੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਆ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਹੋਰ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਣੂਗਾ। ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੀਏ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਤਾਈਏ। ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਧਾਮੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਕਲਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਚੰਗਾ ਜੀ, ਧੰਨਵਾਦ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।